to me? All of you are getting my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online, guys, please confirm to me. All of you are getting my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online, right? Right. Good evening, guys. And check it what we completed in the last session. What topics we understand there. I think so. In the last class, we started Java features. The topic we started there in the last session. In Java features, what we understand clearly. All right, sir. If you observe the last class content, to describe the nature of Java programming language, Java has provided a set of features called Java features. What are the various features are provided by Java? Simple, object-oriented programming language, platform independent programming language, architectural neutral, portable, robust, dynamic, secure, distributed, multi-threaded, interpretive, high performance. Right, sir. Then how Java is a simple programming language? Java is a simple programming language. Why? Because Java applications will take less memory and less execution time. Java has removed all the confusion-oriented features like pointers, multiple inheritance, and so on. Java is using all the simplified syntaxes from C and C++. Next one is object-oriented programming language. Java is an object-oriented programming language. Why? Because Java allows to represent data in the form of objects as per the object-oriented features. Platform independent. Java is a platform independent programming language. Why? Because Java allows its applications to perform compilation on one operating system and execution on another operating system. Due to that reason, Java is what their platform independent programming language. Next one is Java is an architectural neutral programming language. Java is an architectural neutral programming language. Why? Because Java allows its applications to compile on one hardware system and execute on another hardware system. Portability. Java is a portable programming language. Why? Because Java allows its applications to execute in multiple operating systems and in multiple hardware systems without changing anything in a Java application. No changes are required in a Java application to run a Java program on multiple operating systems and multiple hardware systems, where porting is possible easily from one operating system to another operating system and one hardware system to another hardware system. Nowadays, Java applications are used in many missions like computers, mobiles, parking meters, sensors, signaling systems, and so on and so on and so on. So many. So by this also we can understand Java is what there a portable programming language. Next, another point I am telling there, Java is used to prepare all the types of applications like standalone applications, web applications, distributed applications, database related applications, and some other products like Selenium, Salesforce, SAP related, and so on. Even with this also we can say Java is what there a portable programming language. Next one, Java is a robust programming language. Why? Because Java has a very good memory management system in the form of heap memory management system. It is a dynamic memory management system. It allocates and deallocates memory for the objects at a runtime. It allocates and deallocates memory for the objects at a runtime. Java has very good exception handling mechanisms. Why? Because Java has a very good predefined library to represent and handle almost all the exceptions which are coming frequently in Java applications. This point is important. Now try to recognize this. How Java is a robust programming language. If you come for this point, reasons are very clear. Java has very good memory management system in the form of heap memory management system. What is this heap memory management system? It's a dynamic memory management system. It allocates and deallocates memory for the objects at a runtime. Right. At the same time, Java has very good exception handling mechanisms. Right, sir. How Java has very good exception handling mechanisms? No, Java has very good predefined library to represent and handle almost all the exceptions which are coming frequently in Java applications. Next one after that, we started with like what there? A dynamic programming language. How Java is a dynamic programming language? If we come for this point, answer is very clear. Now try to understand this. Java allows memory for the data at what time, you know, at a runtime, not at compilation time. That's why Java is what there, a dynamic programming language. Next one, Java is a secure programming language. Java is a secure programming language because of three reasons. Java is very good at implicit security and web security and network security. How Java is very good at implicit security? Why? Because Java has a security manager as a separate component inside the JVM to provide implicit security with the help of bytecode verifier. Java is very good at web security. Why? Because Java has provided a separate middleware service in the form of JAS. What is that JAS actually? Java Authentication and Authorization Service. Next one, after completion of this, Java has very good network security. Why? Because Java has provided predefined implementations for almost all the network security algorithms like encryption and decryption algorithms. Some examples I've given yesterday like RSA algorithm, Bluefish algorithm, shared key algorithm, public key algorithm, digital signatures, and client certificate. Like so many algorithms are available. Almost all the algorithms are implemented in the form of Java in order to provide security for the applications there clearly. Right, sir. Up to this part, we understood clearly. Yes, all of you are getting my point clearly? Right, sir. And before starting this next point here, the small announcement. Tomorrow at 4:30, tomorrow at 4:30, before our session, 4:30 p.m. I'm going to start on full stack Java development. That means core Java. Directly, I'm going to take the class there, full stack Java development, basic Java, and complete Java. These packages I'm going to start as a separate batch tomorrow. So, any of your friends wants to come, just give intimation for them. Now, let them to come for demo class first. Not only your friends there. Any of you wants to attend the class, attend these classes again, then of course, up to introduction class one, I'm going to take at 4:30. After that introduction classes, they will come to your batch only. So, but still, if you want to understand the topics again, whatever the topics I discussed up to now, if you want to understand them, feel free and come to the class at tomorrow 4:30. Is that all of you are getting my point or not? Right. Right. So now understand this clearly. Distributed programming language. Good. So now I'm asking one question to all of you guys. Now try to understand this. Observe carefully. By using Java, how many types of applications here we are able to prepare? By using Java, how many types of applications here we are able to prepare? There are two types of applications. There are two types of applications here we are able to prepare by using Java programming language. 1 minute, sir. Right, sir. Give a minute of time. Yeah. Java is used to prepare. What happened? Just give a minute of time. Right, sir. Now, Java is used to prepare two types of applications. What are the two types of applications here we are able to prepare by using Java? That very first one is a standalone applications, and second one is what they know, distributed applications. We know already what is the meaning of the standalone applications and distributed applications. Let's see the definition here. If we design and execute any application without using, come on guys, without using what there, without using client server architecture, or without distributing application logic over multiple machines, without distributing application logic over multiple machines, then that programming language is called as, what applications can know, standalone applications. All right, this is normal definition only, no need to think much about the standalone applications can know. All right, sir, understand this point clearly. This is called as like what there, standalone applications. Observe carefully. But one more point I'm telling there, to prepare, listen, to prepare standalone applications, observe carefully, to prepare standalone applications, J2SE, to prepare standalone application, J2SE libraries are sufficient to prepare standalone applications. Which libraries are sufficient here? J2SE libraries are sufficient. Understand it clearly. Everybody understand my point here now. To prepare standalone application, J2SE libraries are sufficient. This is a point here we have to understand. Okay, then in the same way, what is this distributed application here now? What exactly the meaning of distributed application here now? Understand it clearly. Now here, I will give clarity now. Try to understand it. The same definition here we can understand, but a changes here. If we design and execute any application on the basis of client server architecture, or by distributing application logic over multiple machines, then that programming language is called as what they know, distributed application. Yes, all of you get my point or not? Right. If we design and execute any application on the basis of client server architecture, or by distributing application logic over multiple machines, then that application is called as like what there, distributed application. Okay, now observe carefully. To prepare distributed applications, Java has provided a separate module. To prepare distributed applications, Java has provided a separate module. What is that module here? That is J2EE module. You know already one point, guys. Java is available in the form of three modules or not? Java is available in the form of what there know, three modules. So what are the three modules you know? J2SE, J2EE, and what next one? No, J2ME. So out of these three modules, J2EE mainly for which type of applications they know? J2EE is mainly for which type of applications? No, distributed applications only. Means that server side applications only. Understand guys what I'm telling there? Means that server side applications only. So because of that reason, here what I'm telling to you, A separate module was provided to prepare distributed applications in Java. So Java is what they know a distributed programming language. Java is what their distributed programming language. Preparing standalone applications are nothing. Java minimum libraries, J2SE libraries are sufficient to prepare standalone applications. But to prepare distributed applications, we need libraries effectively. So that libraries are provided by Java in the form of J2EE. Due to that J2EE module, we can conclude Java is what there a distributed programming language. These are the points here we understood clearly. Right, sir. Leave this particular point here. Just give a minute of time. Sir, in Gmail, Java is used, and if used, then for what purpose? Okay, one question. Can you explain the application logic terms in brief? Right. Anyway, questions are very simple. Gmail, in the Gmail, if we talk about it now tell me, Gmail application is a standalone application or distributed application? Gmail application is a standalone application or distributed application? This point I'm telling there is a server side application or not, where client server architecture is going on or not? Definitely. So definitely it is a distributed one only. In the point of the distributed applications, we are able to use Java. Exactly Gmail people have used Java or not, we are not getting confirmation on it, but it is a distributed application. There is a chance to use Java to prepare the Gmail kind of applications. Understand it clearly. That is their own product. The product is their own product. Exactly whether the Gmail people have used the same Java or not is a secondary. But first of all, it's a distributed application. The type of applications also we are able to prepare by using Java. Up to that point, I can give confirmation here now. That is one point here. Next one is, what is this application logic? People are asking this point to me. Nothing, sir. Say application logic is nothing. See, for a particular requirement, we are going to prepare some applications. Am I right or not? See, for example, if you want to develop a project, say for example, Durgasoft is available. Durgasoft is an organization. They had their own business processing internally. To simplify that business processing, they are calling some developers and they are saying to the developers, this is my application requirement. So for this application requirement, please prepare a project. Insert this project to achieve this application requirement, to achieve the client needs or to satisfy that client needs, whatever the logics you are writing in the form of programming, that is called as what they know application logic. Simply I'm telling there, the logic which we have used to prepare an application, that is nothing but what their application logic, nothing else apart from this. Where different types are available. Presentation logic may be, business logic may be, and persistence logic may be. Different types of logics are available that we are going to understand in a advanced level, not at here now. The logic what we have used to prepare applications, that is called as what their application logic. Not required to go for anything other than this here at present. But when we go for distributed application development, like when we go for advanced Java, where servlets and JSPs we are going to talk. Whenever we are going to talk about servlets and JSPs now, there we are going to talk about what there. This is a business logic, persistence logic, and presentation logic. So many types of logics are available that we are going to discuss there by the time of that. But as of now, we have to understand clearly application logic is what there. The logic which we have used to prepare a software product, that logic is called as what there application logic. Leave it anyway. Let's come for this point, guys. All of you know, after understanding this distributed, this particular point here, then what next one you know that another thing is like what there multi-threaded programming language. What exactly the meaning of multi-threaded now? All right, sir. Before going to understand this multi-threaded, first we have to understand what is a thread. What exactly the meaning of a thread? Right, nice. That answer is very clear. Thread is what they know. Thread is a flow of execution. Thread is what there a flow of execution. Get my point or not? What is a thread here? Again, I'm asking this question to you. Thread is what there? Thread is a flow of execution. Very clear. Next one, how many types of thread models are available? If you observe this, there are two thread models are existed here. What are the two thread models which are available here now? Single thread model, and second one is what there? Multi-thread model. Right, sir. What is this thread models here now? First one is what there? Single thread model, and second one is what there now? Multi-thread model. Two thread models are existed that we have to understand clearly. Nice. So first of all, what is a thread here now? Thread is a flow of execution to perform a particular task. Are you getting my point or not? What is this thread here now? Thread is a flow of execution to perform a particular task. That's the meaning of thread. But here the point is like what I'm telling to you. There are two thread models. One is a single thread model. Another one is what there now? Multi-thread model. What exactly the meaning of single thread model and what is the meaning of multi-thread model? If you observe this, answers are very clear. Try to understand it now. In the case of single thread model, what's going to be happen here? In the case of single thread model, only one thread is allowed to execute our applications. In the case of single thread model, only one thread is allowed to execute our applications. In the entire application, only one thread is going to be allowed here. Get my point or not? Good. In the case of multi-thread model, how many threads are allowed here? No, more than one thread is allowed to execute our application. In the case of multi-thread model, more than one thread is allowed to execute our applications. Okay, then I will give some clarity for you. All of you understand this point here. First of all, tell me what is a thread now? Flow of execution to perform a particular task. Nice. How many threads are available? Two types of threads are available. What are the two types now? Single thread model, and second one is what there? Multi-thread model. What is this single thread model? Which allows only one thread to execute the complete application. What is this multi-thread model? What is this multi-thread model? Alright, sir. More than one thread is allowed to execute our complete application. Yes, guys. All of you get my point or not? Now understand this diagram here. Simple diagram. For our understanding purpose, I am taking this. Try to observe this diagram now. For example, this is my application. This is my total application. This is a task 1. This is a task 2. This is a task 3. 3 tasks are existed here. I want to say T1 task here, T2 task, T3 task. Overall, 3 tasks are provided. Observe carefully. Next one. To complete T1 task, how much time we required here? 10 units of time. To complete T2 task, how much time is required here? 10 units of time. To complete T3 task, how much units of time we required here? 10 units of time. Observe carefully what I'm telling to you. Right. Now, what I'm telling to you, I want to create a thread. I want to create a thread. This is single thread model. In a single thread model, I send first thread. Only one thread I created here. Only one thread is allowed here. I send the thread to my application. Only one thread. Then what will happen there? That thread will execute the total T1. Now tell me, to complete this T1 task, how much the execution time it has taken there? No. Observe carefully. How much execution time it will take there? No. Execution time. Total execution time. Now it is what there? 10 units of time up to now. Okay. When this T1 is completed, when T1 execution is completed, then only this thread, that thread, only one thread is allowed now. That thread will be submitted to the T2 thread. Only T1 thread. Only one thread is allowed. One thread is executed task T1. After completion of T1 task only, it will go to what there now? T2 task. Then it's going to execute the complete T2 task. By the execution of this T2 task, how much time will be taken here again? No, tell me. Already 10 units of time was taken. Now to complete this task, how much time it will take there? Again 10 more units of time it will take or not? Now plus 10 more units of time. Observe carefully. Next one after that. When T2 is completed, then only the same thread will be submitted to T3. When T2 is completed, then only T3 thread will be submitted. Am I right or not? T3 thread. The thread will be submitted to what they know? T3. Now T3 task is going to be executed completely. T3 task will be completed. Now here, when a T3 task is completed here, then here, what we are able to get here? Plus 10. Guys, all of you know, tell me, what is that overall execution time now? 10 plus 20, 10 plus 10 plus 10. Then what is that overall execution time here? 30. Please remember this. It is a following sequential execution or not? Come on, guys. You have to answer for me. Then it is following what execution here? No? Sequential execution. So it follows a sequential execution and it takes 30 units of time overall execution now. Okay, observe carefully. This is one scenario. Good, nice. Then what about this multi-thread model? What's going to be happen in a multi-thread model? What exactly the meaning of this multi-thread model? Observe carefully. Now I will give one more diagram here. Now try to understand this clearly. What is this multi-thread model? The same what we are having there, application is available where T1, T2, T3 are existed here. Understand it primarily. Now here I am sending 3 threads to the application. One thread is for T1 task, another thread is for T2 task, and another thread is for what they know T3 task. Another thread is for what their T3 task. Observe carefully. Now I want to say this is like what their T1 thread, next one thread 2, and third one is what they know thread 3. All 3 threads are started at a time. This one is going on at a time, this is going to be executed at a time, this is going to be executed parallelly. All 3 threads are executing parallelly at a time. All 3 threads are running parallelly. Understand this point, Keno? Now tell me, what will be the overall execution time, Keno? What will be the overall execution time, Keno? Right. But in general, we used to say what there 10 units of time. Am I right or not? All the threads are executed parallelly, so 10 units of time we can say. Okay, not exactly 10 units of time, not exactly 10 units of time, but I can say it is less than 30 units of time. I'm sure. Not exactly 10 units of time, then it would be like what there exactly like less than 30 units of time. Maybe it will be like what there it should be 10 units of time, greater than 10 units of time, and it should be what there no less than 30 units of time. Understand my point here? Now tell me here, what execution is going on here? No, it's a parallel execution is going on or not? Please all of you respond for me. What is execution is going on here? No, parallel execution is going to be happen. Parallel execution is going on. Everybody understand my point here? Parallel execution is going on. Nice. Now listen carefully. Execution time, if we compare there, here execution time is what there when compared with the sequential execution. When compared with the sequential execution, here the execution time is less execution time or not? Execution time is what they know less execution time. Am I right or not? But when we go for the sequential execution, 30 units of time in the sense more execution time or not? Come on, guys, we have to respond for my questions here time to time now. Here 30 units of time in the sense it's a more execution time or not? Just compare this where less execution time, where more execution time here. I'm giving clarity for you. Now try to understand it. No, where execution time is more, where execution time is more, there where execution time is more, there less performance will come into the picture. Where execution time is more, there performance of the product is what there less performance. Right, sir. Similarly, now observe carefully. Where now here where execution time is less, where less execution time is available, there more performance will come into the picture. So opposite, execution time and performance calculation both are in opposite, inversional, proportional, or something else is available here, whatever it may be. So here the point is what there, if the execution time is more, performance of the product will be less. If the execution time is less, performance of the product will be more. A simple example I'm telling to you. Say for example, I take a mobile phone. In the mobile phone might be used to go for some, what I'm telling there, phone pay payments you used to do there. Understand my point, no? So your phone is like what there, just it is a matter of 8,000 rupees phone. Just it is 8,000 rupees phone where memory components and everything is a camera and everything is a somewhat dull, right? Then if you want to scan the QR code, how much time we are going to spend for it? No, how much time we have to spend for it? Whenever we want to scan that QR code in any, for example, you want to go for some tea center, there you want to take tea, but nowadays everything is digitalized, right? So digital payments only. That means QR code, phone pay. Through phone pay, we want to pay the payment. Then what we have to do there? Just we are trying to scan that one or not? If it is a standard phone, 8,000 rupees phone there, what we have to do now? Almost all we have to take your mobile phone. There we have to scan that. Then almost all we have to drive your bus or not? Then we have to rotate like this or not? It may take a lot of time. But at the same time, if we take some other phone, the good phone, it's a cost of 60,000, for example. Memory components, everything is very good. Then how it is going to be happen here now? Just whenever we are taking phone, just when we swipe like this, automatically that QR code is going to be scanned or not? Understand, guys? What I'm telling you know? Right, sir. Now, here their performance we can understand quickly. If the QR code is scanned, where performance of the device is very good. It may take a lot of time to scan that QR code. Automatically, performance that mobile phone is very slow. Am I right or not? So performance is low. That means where execution time is more, performance will be less. Where execution time is less, performance will be more. Guys, all of you are following my point? What I'm telling to you, right? In the same way, when a single thread is executing our application, sequential execution is going to be performed. When a sequential execution is going on, automatically performance of the product will be very less. When parallel execution is going on, in the case of multi-threading, when parallel execution is going on, whenever it is a parallel execution, then what will happen there? No, less execution time will be taken. When less execution time is provided here, automatically performance of the end product will be improved. Say for example, one more point I'm telling you guys, observe carefully. Say this room is available. When you leave from this room there, then our admin people, office people will come here. They will adjust the chairs. Understand clearly what I'm telling there. Roughly 400 chairs are available. For example, I'm telling you 400 chairs are available. Only one person is coming inside the room. They want to adjust that all the chairs. Then what he has to do there? From one side he has to start or not? From one side he has to start all the chairs there. Am I right or not? Okay. Then how much time it will take there? Let's say for example half an hour. To chair all 400 chairs, no, half an hour of time he has to take to adjust all the chairs. Am I right or not? In the case, if 5 members are available, one person is arranging all 400 chairs, may take half an hour of time. For example, if 5 members are coming inside the classroom, 5 members are coming inside the classroom, or 4 members are coming inside the classroom. Answer my point here. Okay, 4 members are coming inside the classroom. Then 400 chairs are available. From all the 4 corners, they are going to start at a time. Then how much time it will take there to complete the total process? No, it may be within 5 to 10 minutes of time it will be completed or not. Now tell me where performance will be more, where execution time is less, where performance will be more. In the case of 5 members, performance will be more. Why? Because execution time is less. But in the case of only one member, half an hour or 1 hour of time he able to take, where more execution time, performance of the application is less or not. In the same way here also, what is the point I'm telling to you? In the case of single thread model, only one thread is allowed. Sequential execution is going on. Sequential execution in the sense more execution time. When more execution time is provided, less performance will come. Yes, sir. All of you are getting my point or not? The terminologies here we have to understand. What are the terminologies there? Single thread model. Follows which execution? No. Come on. Single thread model allows how many threads at a time? Only one thread. Only one thread in the sense which execution it is? No. one after another or not? That execution is going on one after another or not? One after another in the sense what execution here? Sequential execution or parallel execution? Sequential execution is going on. One after another, sequential execution is going on. Am I right or not? Okay. After that, execution time is more or lesser? Execution time is more or lesser? More execution time. Where more execution time, no performance is what there? Less performance here we are getting. Answer my point here. But similarly, when we go for multi-thread model, what will happen there? Multi-thread model allows how many threads? No, more than one thread. Multiple threads are allowed. When multiple threads are allowed, sequential execution or parallel execution? Parallel execution is going to be happen. Parallel execution. When it is in parallel execution, automatically execution time will be lesser, more? Less execution time. Whenever that execution time is very less now, then what is the performance of this application here now? More performance here we are able to get. Sir, all these are simple linked points only, calculations only. Nothing is difficult, I think so. It's very simple to understand the content here, no, right? So now let me go for up to this part here. Then after that, I'll give the conclusion to you clearly. Then what I said to you clearly, right, sir? Multi-thread model. First of all, here we have to understand what is a thread actually. Thread is a flow of execution. Thread is what there? Flow of execution to perform a particular task. Thread is a flow of execution to perform a particular task. Right, sir. How many thread models are available? There are two thread models. There are two thread models. What are the two thread models here now? First one is single thread model. First one is what there? Single thread model. And second one is what there now? Multi-thread model. Single thread model. And third one is what there? Multi-thread model. Observe carefully, guys, what I'm telling you now. Single thread model and multi-thread model. Now, first we have to understand like what there? Single thread model. What are the points here we observe there about the single thread model? First one is what there? Allows. It allows. Single thread model allows. Now tell me, you only tell me, it allows how many threads here? No, only one thread. It allows only one thread. Observe carefully. It allows only one thread. Next one. What is that execution model here? No, right? It follows sequential execution. Okay. Then what next one here? It follows sequential execution. Right. It takes more execution time or not? Right, sir. Then it takes more execution times. It takes more execution time. That's okay. When more execution time is taken here, what about this performance here? No, then it will provide like what there? Right, less performance. It will take like what there? It will provide what there? Less performance. They are the keywords related to single thread model. Right, sir. Then after that, then what next one here we have to understand there? No, multi-thread model. Now tell me here in multi-thread model, what are the various points are available here? Now tell me, it allows how many threads here? No, it allows more than one thread at a time. It allows more than one thread at a time. Next one is it follows which execution here? No, come on, it follows like what they know? Parallel execution. Okay, then it follows parallel execution. It takes how much time here? No, lesser execution time. It takes less execution time. Then it provides what their performance is what there. It provides more performance or not? It provides more performance. Right, sir. Then these are the keywords here we have to understand about like what there single thread model and multi-thread model. Guys, as you understood these points here, now tell me which model is suggestible for our applications in general? Single thread model or multi-thread model? Definitely, what is suggestible for our applications? No, multi-thread model. Am I right or not? Right, guys. Now observe carefully. Java is following, or else Java is having multi-thread model to execute its applications. Java is following what their multi-thread model to execute its applications. Means that Java is able to provide very good environment. Java is able to provide very good environment to create and execute more than one thread at a time. To create and execute more than one thread at a time. Java is following multi-thread model. Means that it is able to provide very good. Java is able to provide very good environment. Java is able to provide very good environment to create and execute more than one thread at a time to execute our applications. In order to execute our applications, it is able to allow to create and execute more than one thread at a time here now. Got my point or not? So because of that reason, Java is what they know multi-threaded programming language. Then again, I can give the conclusion. Due to this reason, due to this reason, due to this reason, we can conclude that due to this reason, Java is a multi-threaded programming language. Java is what their multi-threaded programming language. Guys, please, all of you understand this clearly. Java is what their multi-threaded programming language. Clear? Will you give clarity on it? If anybody else is asking a question to you, now tell me how Java is multi-threaded. Will you give answer for this question or not? Now tell me, if I ask a question to you, how Java is a multi-threaded programming language, then what is your response now? Come on, what is your response now? Of course, everybody will give the answer is what there. Java is a multi-threaded programming language. Why? Because it allows to create and execute more than one thread at a time. That's a common answer everybody will give. But if you want to give more clarity, you have to start from what they know. What is a thread onwards? You have to start from what they know. What exactly the meaning of thread? Now tell me, what is thread here now? Come on, thread is what there? Flow of execution to perform a particular task. How many thread models are available? Two thread models are available. What are the two thread models now? Single thread model. Second one is what? Multi-thread model. What are the points about the single thread model? It allows only one thread. Then follows sequential execution. Then takes more execution time. Then what next one here? Provides less execution, less performance. Provides what there? Less performance. Able to remember all these points or not? Now tell me, what about this multi-thread model? It allows more than one thread at a time. Follows parallel execution, then takes less execution, and then provides more performance, more performance. Then what about Java here? Java is following multi-thread model to execute its application. So what is the meaning of it now? Java is able to provide very good environment to create and execute more than one thread at a time. Due to this reason, Java is what their multi-threaded programming language. Right, sir. I think so. All of you might be aware about all the points here, but still you are not aware about one point. Everything is very clear, but still thread is a flow of execution. Flow of execution to perform a particular task. Now people are getting confusion on this point only. Of course, regularly we used to identify this particular word number of times here, but still you are not having clarity on this point. What is this flow of execution? Regularly we use this word flow of execution number of times we are able to say, but what is that flow of execution? You might not be aware about it. Nothing. I'll give one simple clarity, nothing else. First understand this point now. Take one electric wire. Yes, sir. Am I right or not? Electric wire. In that electric wire, at a random positions, we are going to keep some bulbs. Positions are available, some bulbs. At periodic locations, we are going to provide some bulbs. Say, for example, 10 bulbs I arranged in an electric wire. Clear? When you put this plug, that wire plug onto the socket, when you click on this, when you switch on the socket there, then what's going to be happen there? No, what's going to be happen there? Automatically through that wire, power is coming or not? Electric power, electricity, power is coming or not? When power comes to the first bulb, then the state of the bulb is what there? Glow. When power comes to the second bulb, then the state of the bulb is what there? On mode. When it comes to the third one, next to fourth one, next to fifth one, and so on 10th bulb, the state of the bulb is what there? Glow. I get my point or not? The state of the bulb is what there? On state. Is clear or not? Now I'm asking one question there. When a bulb is in on mode, when a bulb is in on mode, When power comes to the location, when power comes to the bulb location, automatically the bulb is in what there? Glow mode. Am I right or not? Good, nice. In this overall point, I'm asking one question to you. Answer for it. Is it possible for you to see that power? I'm asking this question to you. Is it possible to see that power? Yes, sir. Is it possible to see that power? We are unable to see that, but we can taste it, right? Am I right or not? Then put your finger there at a particular joint. Definitely you can see the taste of that power. Am I right or not? So power is not visible for us. Power is not visible for us, but its effect only we can see. Its effect only we can see. Its result only we can see. Am I right or not? Right, sir. Now, similarly, when we write a Java program, when we write a program, not only Java, any program, when we write a program, say for example, this is my program. When we write a program, inside this program, number of intersections are available. Program is nothing but electric wire. Inside this, number of intersections are available. All these intersections are nothing but bulbs. All the intersections are what? They're bulbs in the electric wire. Okay. When I start execution, just for the sake of your clarity, I'm writing this flow there, but it is not exactly like what they know, not visible for us. Now flow is coming in this direction or not? Flow is coming in this direction or not? Observe carefully. When flow is coming to this line, then that line will be executed. When flow is coming to the first line, then that first line will be executed. When power comes to the first bulb, that bulb is in what? Their glow mode. Similarly, when flow is coming to the first line, that line will be executed. When flow is coming to the second line, that second intersection will be executed. When flow is coming to the third line, the third intersection will be completed, and so on and so on and so on. When flow is coming to the last line, that last line is going to be executed. Just like a power, how that bulb is glowing on. Got my point or not? Now, at the end, we are unable to see this flow of execution, but we can see the result of these executions only. Whatever the intersections can be executed there, its result only we can see now. In that way, we can understand. But this is called as what? The flow of execution. This flow of execution is called as what they know? A thread. This flow of execution is called as what they know? A thread. That's it, guys. Now, this is the basic point here, what I'm telling there. Thread is a flow of execution to perform a particular task. Thread is not a set of intersections. We cannot say thread is a lines of code. Lines of code is nothing but a program. The program must be executed by a thread. That thread is what they know? A flow of execution. Right, understand this anyway, this point here. Please remember this. All these are basics only. In the future, we are going to say, whenever I'm going to say a thread, you should not get any doubt on it in the future. Okay, thread is what there? A flow of execution to perform a particular task. How many models are available? Two models are available. Single thread model, multi-thread model. Single thread model allows only one thread at a time. Sequential execution, more execution time, less performance. Multi-thread model allows more than one thread at a time. So parallel execution, less execution time, more performance. Java is following what? Multi-thread model. So Java allows to create and execute more than one thread at a time. So Java performance is what there? More performance. Guys, observe carefully. In our points now, high performance is one of the feature or not? Java is a high performance programming language. Is one of the feature or not? There, the reason is what there? Multi-threaded. Another reason. One of the reason for this high performance is what there? No, multi-threaded. Because of this multi-threaded itself, we can say one reason is what there? No, multi-threaded. To say Java programs are high performance programming languages. Later we'll talk about that one here. So this is exactly the meaning of like what there? Multi-threaded. Right, sir. Now this is completed here. Next one, 11th point. 11th point. All of you observe carefully. Another thing is like what there? Interpretive. Interpretive. Right. Please. Will you come back again? 5 minutes. You have to meet with the HR. Girl or boy? Girl HR or boy HR? Not both. Okay, thank you. Please go ahead. Right, sir. Anyway. So in my classes, some rules and regulations are available. If you want to live in the middle of the class, definitely you have to say proper reason. It's very clear. But in some key situations, I will allow you. Number one, sir, my girlfriend is waiting in outside. Definitely, I will allow you. It's a family problem, right? I cannot stop it, right? Right, sir. Unnecessarily visits or stomach pain or leg pain, no. So no issues. Then no chances, no. Leg pain, you should not say. Why? Because for coming to the class, you are not having any leg pain. Inside the class only, you are getting leg pain, right? My brother is working with Prime Hospitals beside this building only. I'll arrange one operation for your leg, removing leg. Right, sir. Don't say such kind of chilly reasons, no. Really, if your parents are calling you, damn sure you must respect and you must live that call. Then go outside of the class. But before leaving from the class, there give that information there. Whenever you are leaving from the class, if you bring your book and pen now, it's the meaning is like what there? You are going to waste your time. I will not allow that. This is only the condition in my class there. At any point of time, we can come inside my class. I don't have any problem. Even before last 5 minutes of completing my class there, if you want to come and sit inside my class there, I feel very happy for it. But in the middle of the class, last 5 minutes of time, before 5 minutes of time, we want to leave from the class in the sense, I will not allow that. Why? Because your sincere effort is required. I said to you a number of times here. Here we have to come here for the sake of content. Every minute is important. Even myself also, I try to utilize your total time. 1.5 hours of time, I want to utilize your total time. I don't want to kill your time. Every minute is important. Moreover, we have a lot of topics to complete, to discuss inside the Java. So I have to utilize every minute of your time during this 1.5 hours of time. Simple, I'm telling to you. Treat this 1.5 hours of time is a precious time. Of course, everybody will have a number of problems. Leave all the problems before this 1.5 hours. Then try to connect with my classes up to this 1.5 hours effectively. Try to enjoy the content. After 1.5 hours of time, again we will go back to what there, your problems there. You can go for it. Right? All of you get my point or not? Right, sir. At some other time we will talk about all these things. No. Now let's come to our point here. Interpretive. The topic here. What is this topic here? No, interpretive. Right. I'm telling to you one conclusion, guys. There are two types of programming languages in outside. What are the two types of programming languages in outside? No, compilative programming language and interpretive programming language. There are two types of programming languages. One is what there? Compilative programming language. Another one is what there? Interpretive programming languages. If you take a compilative programming languages, major work of the program, major activities of the programs are performed at compilation time. That means if we take 100% of the activities, no, 70% of the activities are done at compilation, 30% of the activities are going on at what time? Their runtime. So where major activities are available at what time? Their compilation time. So in general, such type of programming languages are what? Their compilative programming languages. Next, interpretive programming languages are available. What are these interpretive programming languages actually? There, what happened there? There no compilation as a separate phase. Compilation is not going to be happen as a separate phase. Direct execution only. But whenever we are going to execute that, little bit error checking kind of things are going to be happen. Then automatically program is going to be executed. Guys, all of you are getting what I'm telling to you. Understand it clearly what I'm telling to you know. So in the case of compilative programming languages, major activities are performed at compilation time only. 70% of the activities are performed at the compilation time only. 30% of the activities are going on at what time? There no runtime. But in the case of interpretive programming languages, no separate for compilation. No phase is available for compilation. Direct execution. Okay, sir. Good. Points are very clear. But tell me some examples for compilative programming language and interpretive programming language. Your C programming language is the best example for compilative programming language. Your C programming language is what their best example for compilative. Why? Because in the case of C programming language, 70% of the activities are performed at a compilation time only. Just runtime in the sense only execution, flow of execution, that's it. But memory allocations may be majorly memory allocation. When memory allocation is performed at compilation time, automatically 70% of the activities are going on at compilation time only. Got my point or not? Best example is what there? C. Observe carefully. But what is an example for interpretive programming language? What is the best example for interpretive programming language? If you observe this, all of you guys, observe carefully what I'm telling you know. SQL, are you aware about it no? SQL commands execution there now. If you observe this SQL execution here, SQL plus, this is my SQL, just 1 minute guys. Now system slash Durga. If you observe this is my SQL prompt here. In SQL programming language is what there? Select a star from EMP1. Now check this one. I have written what they know SQL core. I clicked on enter button. Automatically I'm getting this data or not? Now tell me, this is my query. This is my program. Just that program I executed or compiled. Any separate phase like compilation then execution or only execution? Only execution. Only execution. Where internally interpreter is available. That interpreter is executing our program. So this SQL is what their interpretive programming language. SQL is what they know, an interpretive programming language. Leave this one, not only this. I think so. It might not be available with me. Okay. Python is another best example. Python is another best example. That is what they're an interpretive programming language. In the case of Python applications, we are not going to type any compilation. No compilation is going to be happen here. Directly execution process. So in the case of this Python also, PVM is executing our program. Inside the PVM also there, an interpreter is executing our program. Inside the PVM, an interpreter is executing our Python program here. Python is also be like what there? An interpretive programming language. Okay, clear. Some programming languages are compilative. Some other programming languages are what they know? Interpretive programming languages. But what about Java? What is this Java actually? Java is what there. Understand my conclusion here. Java is both. Java is both. Understand my point here. Compilative and interpretive programming language. Compilative and as well as like what there? Interpretive programming language. Both compilative and interpretive programming language. Guys, observe carefully what I am telling to you. Right, sir. Now, Java is both a compilative and interpretive programming language. How, sir? How can we specify this point here? No. How can we specify this point here? Come here. Don't mind. Just I'm kidding, right? Come here. Come. Right, sir. Then how can we say it's a compilative programming language and it is an interpretive programming language? How can we say like that? Point is very clear. Try to understand it now. To convert a program from guys observe carefully, to convert a program from source code in the sense .java file, source code to bytecode, and to check developers mistakes we need compilation. So compilation is mandatory or not? Java applications must be compiled or not? Compilation is mandatory. To convert program from source code to bytecode and to check developers mistakes, we need compilation. That is the meaning of compilative programming language. And another point here, and to execute Java applications. Guys, understand clearly? To execute Java applications. To execute what there? Java applications. In general, who is executing our Java programs? No? Who is executing Java programs? No? JVM. Am I right or not? Java Virtual Machine. Inside the JVM, who is executing Java program? No? Inside the JVM, who is executing Java program? No? Interpreter. An interpreter. Inside the JVM, who is running our Java programs? No? An interpreter. Observe carefully. Right. To execute Java applications, we need an interpreter inside JVM. To execute Java programs, we need an interpreter inside what there? JVM. Got my point or not? So because of these two reasons, we can understand clearly Java is what there? Java is what there? Java is both comparative programming language and an interpretive programming language. Why Java is a comparative programming language? No, to convert our program from source code to bytecode to check the developer's mistakes, we need compilation separately. After that, to execute Java programs, we need an interpreter inside the JVM. So because of that reason, Java is what there? Both a comparative programming language and as well as what there? An interpretive programming language. Is it? All of you are getting my points clearly? Are my points are clear to all of you guys? Right, sir. Now that's okay, fine. This is what exactly the meaning of an interpretive. Then one more feature is remaining, guys. Then what about this feature? Can now tell me? Right, sir. Now this is what their high performance programming language. High performance programming language. Yeah. High performance programming language. Everybody understand this point clearly. I'm giving a simple conclusion. Java is high performance programming language because why? Because it's a rich set of features. It's a rich set of features. Guys, observe carefully. It's a rich set of features. Like what are these features? Can know understand clearly. First one is what there portable. It includes platform independent and architectural neutral. Next one is what there dynamic. Then after that, what next one can know? Secure. Next one is the most important one is what there multi-threaded. Multi-thread. The most important one is what there multi-threaded. Next one is what they know distributed, and so on and so on and so on. Because of that reason, Java is what there high performance programming language. Reason number one. Reason number one is very clear. It's due to its rich set of features like a platform independent and architectural neutral, portable, dynamic, secure, multi-threaded, distributed. Due to all these reasons, we can conclude Java is what there high performance programming language. This is reason number one. Reason number two. Uh, Guys, all of you understand this clearly. Who is executing our Java programs? No, JVM. Inside the JVM, who is executing our Java programs? No, an interpreter. Am I right or not? An interpreter. When we are discussing about Java is a platform independent programming language, I given one diagram. Java program I've taken were compiled on Windows operating system but executed on multiple operating systems. While in the execution process, two steps that JVM has to perform. One is a translation, conversion from bytecode to native code, and second one is what they're executing that code. Two actions are performed or not? What are the two actions now? Tell me. Translation, execution. Translation, execution. These two things must be performed by JVM. I think you already remembered that, right? I think that perfect diagram also I given for that. All right, so just give a minute of time. I'll show the diagram even so that you can understand. You can recollect the content here. Multi-threaded. Before that. Now here we are able to get this diagram. Right. This part. Right, sir. Now here, this entire thing is a JVM. The JVM is performing two things. One is conversion, another one is what the execution. Am I right or not? Right, sir. Okay, fine. Now here I want to give conclusion. For example, I have a function or method. Inside this method or function, 100 lines of code is available. How many lines of code? No, 100 lines of code. Okay. 100 times I called this function in my program. Function I can write only one time, but I can access that in any number of times. Am I right or not? 100 times I called this function. So 100 times the JVM has to execute that program or not, that function or not? 100 times no. But how JVM is executing 100 times? No, executing JVM in the sense internally interpreter is executing that program. How interpreter is executing that function 100 times? No. First time converting byte code to native code, then execution. Second time execution, again converting from byte code to native code and execution. Third time, again converting byte code to native code and execution. Fourth time, native code to byte code and execution. All 100 times converting from byte code to native code and execution. Execution is mandatory, but is it required to convert the same code every time from byte code to native code 100 times? No. Is it required to convert 100 times here? Is it required to convert 100 times? No. Same code without having changes? No. What is the need of converting that byte code every time from byte code to native code here? One time conversion is sufficient or not? One time conversion is sufficient to execute 100 times that code or not? But by default, what interpreter is doing there? Interpreter is converting from byte code to native code every time and executing that code every time here. No. 100 times execution is mandatory, but 100 times translation is not mandatory, where by default interpreter is doing this 100 time translation. That doing 100 time translation is unnecessary or not? When unnecessary work is going on, automatically execution time will be increased or not? When execution time is increased, performance of the application will be reduced or not? As you have to respond for my questions now. Right, exactly. In this particular situation, Sun Microsystems people have identified the problem with interpreter. Then they identified the drawback with interpreter. They identified the less performance of the JVM. Then in the JDK 1.1 version, they address the problem of this interpreter. In Java 1.1 version, they address the problem of this interpreter. And they provided solution for interpreter repeated translations. Repeat translations problem is resolved in JDK 1.1 version. Then how Java people have resolved this interpreter problem there? Just by providing one separate component internally. That component is what their JIT compiler, JIT compiler, just in time compiler. The problem is resolved by providing one component inside the JVM. That component is what their JIT compiler. Then what the JIT compiler will do now? What is the job of the JIT compiler here? I'll give some clarity. Try to understand it now. JIT compiler will maintain a threshold value for each and every method. Threshold value is what their max limit. Max limit is nothing but what their threshold value. Say for example, M1 method contains 100 lines of code. For M1 method, JIT compiler is providing some threshold value, that is a 5. 5 is a threshold value. Then allows interpreter freely to perform its action. What interpreter is doing there? First time call, converting from byte code to native code and executed. Then JIT compiler is incrementing the count value internally 1. Second time also what it is doing there now, translating from byte code to native code and execution. Here inside the JIT compiler count value is 2. Third time translation and execution time, count value is 3. Fourth time translation and execution, count value is 4. And fifth time translation and execution, now the count value is 5. Threshold value is what there? 5. Now that count value is reached to the threshold value or not? Now JIT compiler will come into the picture. It will talk with the interpreter. Hey interpreter, please stop your process here. I know every time what you are doing there, it's unnecessary we are doing, no? So what I will do there, fourth time you translated from byte code to native code or not? JIT compiler will take that native code. Then JIT compiler will talk to the interpreter. Wherever we require to call this method, do to translate from byte code to native code, just ask to me. I will provide permanently one native code to you. You can execute that native code next. 100 times call is required here. Only first 5 times only interpreter is doing translation and execution. Sixth time onwards, what interpreter has to do now? Interpreter will request to the JIT compiler. Now I want to call this particular method, provide native code. Now JIT compiler will provide that native code to the interpreter. Then interpreter will go for only execution without translating from byte code to native code. Now tell me, with the help of the JIT compiler, how many times interpreter is translating our byte code to native code? No, max 5 times. Sixth time onwards, what our interpreter is doing there? No, getting native code from the JIT compiler, executing that native code. Now tell me, 95 number of times the conversions are reduced or not? When a 95 number of times conversions are reduced, automatically execution time will be reduced or not? When execution time is reduced, automatically performance of the application will be improved or not? Come on guys, you have to respond for my questions now. Now, this facility or this alternative was provided by Sun Microsystems in its JDK 1.1 version. What is that alternative they provided here? One special component was provided inside the JVM to provide a native code permanently to the interpreter to execute the same method again and again. When it reaches to the when the count value is reached to the max threshold value. That's my point or not? So this is the internal functionality of the JIT compiler. Yes, observe carefully what I am telling there. Whether you understood this entire process or not, that is not the matter here. But only one point we can understand. JIT compiler was provided internally in order to improve the performance of the JVM. So JVM performance is improved in the sense Java application performance is improved or not. When Java application performance is improved here, Java is a high performance programming language or not? Then to make Java as a high performance programming language, no, internally JIT compiler is giving a free hand or not? JIT compiler is used or not internally? So because of that reason, we can give the conclusion like what there. What was the conclusion here? I'm telling to you. Another point of high performance programming language is what there. One is it's a rich set of features. Another one is what there due to due to due to the components like JIT compiler, due to the components like what there JIT compiler, due to the components like what there JIT compiler inside JVM to boost up JVM performance, to boost up what they know JVM performance. Guys, observe carefully what I'm telling you. To boost up what is the performance, you know, JVM performance. Because of that reason only we can conclude Java is what they know high performance programming language. Guys, all of you are getting clarity on these points now? Right, sir. Now, which topic here we completed? No, Java features. This topic is completed. Java features. This topic is completed. Now, I want to ask a few questions to all of you guys. Are you ready to give answers for my questions? No? No? All of you ready for it? First of all, how many Java features are available? How many Java features are available? Or at least by seeing that number, you have to respond, sir. Why you are giving wrong answers? No? Right. First of all, tell me what is the need of the Java features? What is the need of Java features? No? That point end to end we have to answer. What is the need of the Java? What the Java features are doing there? To describe the nature of Java programming language. For what purpose Java features are available? To describe the nature of Java programming language. Clear? How many number of Java features are available? 12. Okay, now tell me what are the Java features? Now tell me list out all the Java features. No, first one is what there? Simple. Just give that name and give a 1 minute gap there. Why? Because everybody will understand it. First one is what? Second one, object oriented. Third one, platform independent. Fourth one, architectural neutral. Fifth one, portable. Then sixth one, robust. Then seventh one, secure. Now, okay. Seventh one, secure. Eighth one, dynamic. Ninth one, distributed. 10th one, multi-threaded. 11th one, interpretive. Then 12th one, high performance. I think almost your voice are reduced. Up to 3 are okay. Fourth onwards, not remembered. That's the problem between you and me. Of course, myself, I'm having some experience by talking about the Java number of times. I remembered that. But first time you understood that. But even though your first time you're understanding, it's a minimum responsibility for you to remember the content here, right? Just I'm not asking about the logics behind this content here. Just a list out what are the various Java features. At least all these features, after understanding all the points now, you should have all these features on your fingertips. Yes, sir. Got my point or not? Now will you repeat all the 12 number of points again? One time you understood that, right? Now what is the first one? Second one. Third one. Platform independent. Fourth one. Architectural neutral. Next one. Portable. Next one. Robust. Next one. Dynamic. Next one. Secure. Next one. Distributed. Next one. Multi-threaded. Next one. Interpretive. Next one. IPM. So order may not be important. In any order we can give, but at the end we have to give all the 12 number of points. Good, nice. Now, out of this 12 number of points now, I will ask one randomly. I will select one feature, but you have to give the respective description for it. Ready for it? All of you ready for it? No, at least outline information I'm expecting there, not complete details. No, now as you learn, right? Multi-threading. Right, sir. Java follows a multi-thread model. Okay, a multi-thread model to execute its applications. Then there is a question. What is the meaning of this multi-threaded model? No, allows more than one thread at a time. Allows more than one thread at a time to execute our program. What are the consecutives there? What are the sequence of points? No, more than one thread. Then it follows which execution? Parallel execution. So what is that execution time? Less execution time. Performance is what? More performance care, high performance care. So they are the advantages now. So Java is what there? Multi-threaded programming language. Simple. Tell me. No voice. Java is a simple programming language because of three reasons I given. Java applications will take less execution time and less memory. Second point is what there? Java has removed all the confusion oriented features. What are the features now? Pointers, multiple inheritance, and so on. Third point is what there? Java is using all the simplified syntaxes from C and C++. It shows very clearly you're not studying the content. Inside the classes, you understood that, but at your home, we are not studying the content. See, then intentionally, I'm asking these questions there. I want to show where you are lack. Just yesterday only I discussed about all these points. But after this yesterday, evening 6 o'clock class to today evening 6 o'clock class, what you have done? It's a matter of 5 minutes. It's a matter of 10 minutes to understand all the points. Sir, one point. Anyway, then it's very good clearly. Now try to understand it. No, one point I'm telling to you, studying the content now in the sense, it's not like your examination preparation at your colleges. I know how you prepare for your exams there. Then 2 hours batting or one day batting, one night stand. No, all these things are not worked out here. Exams, writing exams, maybe in any way we can manage that exams. But you're learning the concepts in the sense you have to face that interviewer. It's a reality. In front of the interviewer, you have to open your mouth and you have to give answers. On the basis of your answers only, that interviewer will select you. In our examinations, you might be write something that evaluator may give marks by seeing bundle of papers. But here interviewer will not give marks to you by seeing your fake answers now. Interviewer will give marks to you when you are delivering right answers. Now your interview company, IT companies interview is a reality. BTech exams or MCA exams is a virtuality. In any way we are going to pass in that colleges. Otherwise that college's name will be reduced. But here really we have to pass. Really we have to pass in front of that interviewer. So this type of study is totally different. In which way you should be available? If I say the topic name, tell me what are the Java features. If I say topic name, by closing your eyes on a single attempt, you have to give all 12 number of features. Guys, observe carefully. In Telugu cinema industry, one actor is there. He's a single shot actor. Do you know who is that actor? Junior NTR. Even though 3 pages of dialogues or 10 pages of dialogues, that doesn't matter to him. It's only single shot director, single attempt actor. So only on first shot, on first take itself, he's going to finish it. Even though that shot depth is more, but still able to do that. You should be like that. You should be like that. If you go to that interview in the first interview, you must be selected. If you want to select like that, what we have to do? You have to thorough with your subject. If interviewer is asking the question, gunshot answers you have to give. without giving any delay. You have to give the answers immediately. Interviewer should not have any time to search for next question. In that way, we have to respond. Then only interviewer will get very good response. The interviewer will get very good impression on you. So if you want to give answers like that, you should thorough with your subject. I'm telling you clearly. Anyway, you might be thought of it as a by-heading kind of things. No, no. Okay, if it is a case to talk like that Java, if you want to by heart it, no problem. But align with the thinking, align with the subject understanding. Butify, no problem. But align with understanding of our subject. Get my point or not? So in the next class also I'm going to ask the same thing. Tell me what are the Java features now. Without having any delay, if you give answers for all the Java features now, for all the Java features no, without having any delay, if you give that, then definitely I'll appreciate you. Got my point or not? Otherwise, guys, then tomorrow I want to do one small thing to all of you. Try to prepare for it. What I'm telling to you, every day class is 6 to 7:30. Am I right or not? Tomorrow I will finish the class by 7 o'clock. 7 to 7:30 exam. 7 to 7:30 is what their exam. And what topic there? Just a Java features. Then tomorrow it will be completed. Just half an hour. I'll give white papers to you. Even the question is very much fixed. What is that fixed question? No? Write Java features. That's it. That is a simple question. Then we have to write down the answers now. Already I given notes and pens to you, right? Yes or no? Otherwise, I will give white papers to you. I'll give white papers to you. I'll submit it. Durgasoft is okay, good, no problem. Up to that, we are able to manage. I'll give white papers to you. Even if you are not bringing pens, I'll give pens also, no problem. With Durgasoft label. So then tomorrow is the examination for you. Now try to prepare for it. One topic we completed. Why don't we conduct one exam there on it? All of you ready or not? No response, guys. All right, that's fine. Then tomorrow prepare for it. But don't miss the class on tomorrow because of this exam. Tomorrow I'm going to start very good important topic. Even if you want to excuse for this exam, okay, I'll accept it. But don't miss the class. No. Class is important. Come to the class. Write the exam here. Try to check yourself. What is the problem there? Yes, sir. Got it or not? And one more point I'm telling there, for the sake of that exam, copying from others and putting, then keeping some chitties are all, then I'll keep you in a museum max, if it is the case, right? So prepare for that exam, then come with the content tomorrow. Tomorrow I will start as usual new topic. After that, I will go for what there no, this entire exam here no. For offline students, especially for online students, I will go for some other approach there to conduct that one, right? That's all, guys. That's all for today. Then tomorrow, take it serious. Definitely, I'll put some exam there. It's after 7 o'clock. 7 to 7 that I will do that. Right, sir. For online students also, I will go for it. Randomly, I will ask questions for all the members there. Up to that half an hour of time. So definitely, I will conduct the same thing. And tomorrow for online students also. Don't worry for it. And one more thing, last point. All of you are getting videos access. Already today has given that just half an hour before. Half an hour to 1 hour before that access was given for everybody. Please try to check it. Almost 2 to 3 days and of myself I followed up everything. I think it's just 1 hour before or 2 hours before, just given access for it. Just try to check your mails. Okay, then one more thing I'm telling there, then try to check up to tomorrow. Tomorrow before come to the class, if you are not getting videos access there, in outside Harsha is a contact person for you, then directly talk with you and give your mail ID to him. He will provide immediately that access to you without having any delay. But as per the status, what my admin people have given there, for everybody, up to now who are registered members for this class, for everybody, access was given with your mail IDs. Right, sir? Then this is the status what I got there. But anyway, before maybe in some situations the access mail may come a bit delay. Maybe at least by today night check that one. Tomorrow come to the class. Then before the class try to check it. If you're not getting the access there, try to give your mail ID again to Harsha in outside. Then he will follow up that and within the immediately able to provide that videos access to you. Yes. Right, sir. That's fine, guys. That's all for today. Tomorrow we will start a new topic, Java naming conventions. One of the important topic. In the practicals also we require the topic there. From now onwards, we are moving towards the programming part. Every topic I'm going to talk with you about the programming only. So up to now the theoretical part, it's okay, max completed. Everything is towards what there, that theoretical practical view only. We are going to understand it. Then if any of you wants to repeat the class right from starting, if any of you are joining in the middle of the classes, if you want to get that backup classes there, tomorrow at what time we have to come there? 4:30. That 4:30 I'm going to talk about only orientation part. Actually, I will not start actual topic. Actual subject I will start Monday onwards. Tomorrow just only a demo class, just orientation. Still, if you want to understand that, now try to come for the class there. Yes, sir. All of you are getting it or not? Try to come for the class, and tomorrow just orientation I'm going to take there. If you want to get it, now try to attend for that class also. Right, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot. We'll meet on tomorrow. Tomorrow, 6 o'clock, our actual 4:30 is a backup classes there, and at 7 o'clock exam I will conduct. Thank you. Thanks a lot. We'll meet on tomorrow. Guys, thank you guys. Thanks a lot. Guys, those are in online. All of you are getting videos access. All of you are getting videos access, please. Confirm to me. Check your mails and confirm to me. Jyoteshwar Reddy, I think had been discussed with my admin people there. Have you got access of that videos? Jyoteshwar Reddy. Already I had discussed with. Yeah, thank you, thanks a lot. First, try to complete that. Then after that, I'll go for like what the try to complete that. Then after that, I'll provide the remaining things. Okay, right. And guys, and few more members are not providing your admin number. That means administration number. Please try to provide that administration number, guys. Sakshi Nankar and Sompali Teja and Tadu Dilip. Then you are not given in our. You are not joined with ID numbers, right? Please try to join with ID numbers. Anil Kumar Sharma. I think you got that ID numbers, right? You didn't get access, Anil Kumar Sharma. Okay. Try to send mail to Durgasoft online training at gmail.com. So you'll get it. Sir. ఓకే ఓకే చెప్పండి నన్ను కలిసాడు సార్ తను పర్లేదు చెప్పాను ఆల్రెడీ చెప్పాను ఇబ్బంది లేదు ఇబ్బంది లేదు వచ్చేసాను పర్లేదు గైస్ ఐ గెట్ యాక్సెస్ బట్ డిడ్ నాట్ గెట్ వీడియోస్ యాక్సెస్ నో అనిల్ కుమార్ శర్మ then try to send request mail to Durgasoft online training at gmail.com. Then definitely I'll provide this. Can I give how tips? Nothing, sir. Then tips are nothing. Just follow the content course content every time here. Just in which way you should be available. Then try to understand the content here. Uh, See, if you close your eyes, then if you are recollecting the content there, then every content we have to recollect. Up to theory, we have to study in that way only. But practicals, when we start there, in the practicals, when we start there, then automatically you are going to understand effectively the practical content there. Then by practice only, we are able to get practical contents. Aditya, then just when you start the practicals, by doing more practicals, automatically you are going to remember the subject. Not required to buttify the programming part, but theoretical part we can do that. But practicals, when I start the practicals, then automatically we are going to get it. Okay, fine. Thanks a lot. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot. Yeah. Anything else, guys? Please do try to join our webinar with ID numbers only, guys. If you're not joined with ID numbers, it means that you're from outside. Please try to join with ID numbers. Durgasoft has given ID numbers to everybody. Try to join with ID numbers. Thank you. Thanks a lot. I'll meet on tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow we'll see that content.